The epic and unbeatable at Scrabble. The Nerds with Attitude.
To the N.W.A. Nerds with Attitude. It's Spider-Man month because it is. As you see, we all have Spider-Man stuff on. I'm Shin the Hero. I have Old Hunter Rage Isaac in the Miles costume, and I have Animus Prime JR with the Amazing Spider-Man shirt on. Don't know why he has that shirt on.
Flip.
And today we are asking, or going to answer the question, who is the best Spider-Man? Who is the strongest Spider-Man? Out of the 3 live-action Spider-Man. Not Miles. Look, man. Beside the fact that Isaac is wearing the wrong costume right now for this whole talk.
I can't. Shut up.
You can't win with this man. You just can't. Yeah.
For this talk, I know most people would be like, yeah, Miles got more powers. He got 2 extra powers. Yes, but at the same time, Miles is the least experienced out of, if we're going to put 4 in there. And it's just us 3. So there's that. Nobody can really represent Miles. And Miles is a technically cartoon, so I mean, he gets away with a lot because he's a cartoon.
True.
So we're going with the live action things, and because that's what a lot of people want to see. I mean, I could be coy and throw in Hero, because he had live action. The Japanese Spider-Man did have a live action show. Could throw him in there. He also had.
I don't know.
He also had a live action movie, and then I could throw in the other live action Spider-Man. I could throw him in there too. Show, but I'm not gonna do that because I am beloving it. Anyway.
And I don't know shit about that Spider-Man.
We're going to go around the room. And first, we're just going to have a regular conversation like we normally do. Who do you think out of the 3 is the strongest? And who is the best Spider-Man? Now, we're only going off Spider-Man, not Peter Parker. Because, it's not a toss-up. In my opinion, Andrew Garfield is a terrible Peter Parker. But he's a pretty decent Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is a terrible Spider-Man, but a pretty good Peter Parker. Tom Holland is the perfect blend of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. That's just me. Look, I'm a massive Spider-Man fan, so Tom Holland feels more comic book accurate than the other 2. How about that? Yeah. But that's just my opinion. Isaac, out of the 3, you're not picking your favorite. You are picking which one you feel like is the best Spider-Man. And if they were to do a 3-way fight, who would come out on top?
So, because I thought about this a lot, and I kept landing on, I watched through all the movies again, and I kept landing on the fact that out of the 3, the only one I saw that was actively fighting was Toby. Because if you watch his Doc Ock fight, my dude was throwing some serious punches, and it was a little bit gruesome the way he was throwing them. Andrew, I would say he's more in tune with his spider sense because he's got it the Times Square scene in the second movie shows just how in tune he was with it. Tom Holland is still learning with his, but he was strong enough to go up against some of the Avengers. Though he did, get thrown around a little bit, he did still, go toe to toe with most of them. If I had to pick one, I'd probably have to end up going with Toby.
Why?
Because, spider sense aside, you can only dodge for so long, and when Toby starts throwing those punches, it's going to take a lot more than some Spidey sense to get out of the way of those, because he's going to knock your jaw off. That dude is one angry Spider-Man I've seen. Not to mention, we're not talking about him in the black suit. If it was the black suit, that'd be a different story. But regular Spider-Man, I think it would be he would eke out the win by the end of it.
JR, you agree?
I would absolutely agree because Toby can like duck the fuck out of any of those Spider-Man. Like he's got the power. He's got like ingenuity. Yeah. One thing I will say for Andrew Garfield, he does have like the speed and the mobility. That would be like his one like defining trait. Toby, he's kind of clunky. He's basically like a tank.
Yep.
Especially when he's like swinging. But yeah. He's also pretty strong with his spider sense, I would say. Like he dodged the killing blow from Green Goblin, and he's only ever gotten stronger with it. But yeah, I would say Toby would knock out both of them.
Okay. Well, how about I will explain it like this. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is more tech-based. He's more gadget-based. Kind of similar to Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man in the video game, PS4. He's way more tech-based. So I would feel like he would be using a lot more tech in the fight. I agree with the JR when he was talking about Andrew Garfield being faster. I think he has speed, mobility down packed, and he's a little bit more stylish than the other one. So like his reflexes is probably better. I would probably have to say his spider sense is probably stronger than the other two. Toby, like everybody was saying, is he hits like a truck. He also has an advantage over the other two with him having organic webs versus the other two having web shooters. They don't have an organic web, so he has that in his fray too. But he does have more experience, and he's fought way more villains than the other two. Granted, not Andrew Garfield, but Tom Holland's Spider-Man, he did fight some higher level threats. He has been up toe to toe against some higher level threats, and he's about to go up against the Sinister Six in his movie coming out next week. So seeing how well he does on that. He also has different costumes almost for different things. Like the armor suit, as much as I hate the armor suit, how it looks, that can take some damage, and he has extra appendages and everything like that. Again, and if you want to count, Spider-Man is a smart, science-based type of superhero and everything like that. Don't be sleeping on him. He is pretty smart. Andrew and Tom have shown that they're a little bit more smarter, but Tom is way more. He uses his head way more than the other two. So like, not just going off of like, if you're going straight up power wise, like if this was a straight up battle with them not knowing one another's abilities or whatnot, going up straight up fight, I don't think Toby would win. I honestly think Tom would win, mainly because of the tech. He has a way more advanced suit than the other ones. He has an AI in his suit for another thing. He might be the least experienced being Spider-Man for not that long, but he's been through a lot. We saw him use his spider sense in almost a similar way that with the Doc Ock fight and then the Lizard fight when he fought Mysterio towards the end. You also know stress really hinders whether or not they use their powers well, especially spider senses and everything. You saw that in Tobey Maguire's movie, and then freaking Andrew Garfield, that man broken after he lost Gwen. So like, I mean, just throw out the name Gwen, and that man's done. That man's done. But I feel like Tom Holland would, mainly because of he's got the suit, he's got the tech, he has the same exact powers and everything. I feel like his spider sense is the weakest out of everybody, but I feel like towards the end it'll come down to Toby and Tom, and I think Tom will exit out mainly because of the tech, because he's the one. Not only does Spider-Man uses his spider powers, he also uses tech, especially in the comics and everything like that. And Tom Holland has it. He's like the perfect blend of the spider people. I think he'd exit out, especially with the AI and everything like that. If you're going up with a straight up fight and everything like that. Now, if you're going in with like them being having prep time and everything like that, I would probably have to give it to Toby. I'd have to give it to Toby, prep time wise, because he was.
Well,
why?
Because I was thinking about it, like when you're talking about the prep time thing, because Andrew's Spider-Man, with prep time, was able to, because after he took that first big shock from Electro, and one of his web shooters shorted out, so he couldn't use it, and then Gwen magnetized it, so when he shocked him, it wouldn't work anymore. And I feel like Andrew with prep time could become a serious contender, because then, like, if he has all the knowledge on what Tom's doing and everything, he might be able to get it. I just realized that Toby is legitimately just a dude in a suit. He has no gadgets.
No, he doesn't.
He's just a guy out there in a suit beating the absolute shit out of people, and it's
powers. He is running the mill Spider-Man. Like he is Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, like, if with prep time, the gadget thing, I feel like Andrew would be able to become like a bigger contender in the whole thing. But as for a win, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, now that you're saying that, and I'm thinking about it, I'd probably say Andrew, even though Tom has the resources and everything with prep time, I feel like Andrew probably would figure out, like, his suit is the thing and everything like that.
Yeah.
He'd probably be able to short circuit the suit and everything like that. But even still, with prep time, I mean, Toby is a beast, man.
Toby is a beast, yeah.
Here's another factor. Like, when it comes to, oh my god, when it comes to multi-armed villains, Toby has the experience for that. So even with the appendages, Toby would try to find his way around that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair to say. However, Tom has dealt with multiple enemies at a time. The other two haven't really dealt with that. Well,
Toby has, I think.
If you count Spider-Man 3, because he did fight Venom and Sandman at the same time.
Sandman, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. Tom did fight.
He did get help from the Green Ranger, so there's that.
But Tom did fight an alien invasion, so
yeah.
that does help.
That's true. That's true. And most of the time, he was using like his arms for most of that.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. Like I said, me personally, just like in a straight up fight, I think Tom has it. Tom Holland has it. But like, if you're going prep time, I think prep time. Like now, I'm thinking more and more about it. Prep time wise, I think Andrew would have it. But if you're going straight up strength, like no gadgets, just throw him in there, fight.
Just throwing some hurt bombs.
Toby is haymakering them. Oh,
He's waxing them.
Like Rocky Balboa.
I didn't think about the fact that Toby straight up before he became the superhero was like, hey, I'll go be a wrestler. He'll see how that works out. The other two were just like, I can be Spider-Man first. But yeah, I mean, it's not an easy fight in any way. So I think that's the best part about it.
Now,
like there's a lot of different factors into it.
Throw it in. Well, we can throw Miles in if you want. Throwing Miles in this, do you think Miles stands a chance out of these three?
I feel like he would luck his way out of it. Because he's got the invisibility, he's got the electricity. Like, if those three don't know anything about his powers, they would be... Actually, maybe Andrew might have a better chance against Miles because he faced with Electro. He found his way around that, so he might be able to take him down.
My only thing about the invisibility thing, they'll still be able to, even though he's invisible, they'll still be able to spider sense. They'll still be able to sense that.
Yeah, especially Tom. He'd be like.
Plus, we don't know the extent of like the shit that Tom has in his suit, so he could just be able to still see Miles when he goes invisible. He's like, no, I still see you, right?
He basically has God mode in his suit.
That is true too. That is a thing too. So, like, but the big thing, the big factor is the Venom Blast. That's would be the big factor.
Yeah,
I think if he gets a hey on that man, Tom, I think he's done.
Yeah,
short circuit his whole suit.
Everything. Yeah.
Now, if he can get a hay on Andrew, I think 2 hays on Andrew, he probably done. Toby? Nah, man, he might need about like 5 hays on that man. he might need 5, maybe 6 hays on him. I don't know if he dropping him.
I could see that shit. I can see Miles trying to put his hand on his shoulder, and Toby's like, nope.
Nope.
And poor Miles is gone. That kid is asleep. Poor child. Well, I don't know. Miles took some pretty heavy hits from Kingpin.
He did.
So, yeah.
No,
and even then, it was kind of a struggle.
True, yeah.
Well, down below, you tell us what you think. Who is the strong... Now, your favorite Spider-Man. Because I know everybody would say Tom Holland. But not your favorite Spider-Man. Or, I don't know. Looking at that man, Isaac, his face was different. I mean, before I go down to the comments, who is your favorite Spider-Man, Isaac?
Who's my favorite Spider-Man?
Yeah, out of the 3.
We're just talking about Spider-Man, not Peter Parker?
Spider-Man, yeah.
Andrew Garfield.
Because of how stylish he is.
You're out the group.
Well, because of how stylish he is, yeah.
You're out the group. You're out the group.
You can't get rid of me.
JR, who's your favorite Spider-Man?
I would say, try to choose between Andrew and Tom. I like Tom a lot.
Nah, you had the. You is that your favorite Spider-Man?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You still in the group? You out the group? Isaac, you out the group. Down below, give us your favorite Spider-Man. Who would and which Spider-Man of the 3 would actually win in the fight? Give us your reasonings and all that junk. As we always say, show your attitude. You wonderful, beautiful nerd. Deuces.